everybody. Welcome to Unsolved Horrors. That's the new name for the podcast. We recently changed names because looking up what goes bump in the night, there's roughly 17 people with the exact same name. So it just felt weird to have the same name as multiple people. It felt really unoriginal. But that's the new name. So welcome to Unsolved Horrors. This is episode 1, season 1. So we're going to talk about sleep paralysis today. What is sleep paralysis? Sleep paralysis is a feeling of being conscious but unable to move. It occurs when a person passes between stages of wakefulness and sleep. During these transitions, you may be unable to move or speak for a few seconds up to a few minutes. Some people may also feel pressure or a sense of choking. Sleep paralysis may accompany other sleep disorders such as narcolepsy. Sleep paralysis usually occurs at one of two times. The first time is as you fall asleep, your body slowly relaxes. Usually you become less aware, so you do not notice the change. However, if you remain or become aware while falling asleep, you may notice that you cannot move or speak. This is hypnagogic or predormital sleep paralysis. The second time is during sleep. Your body alternates between REM, rapid eye movement, and NREM, non-rapid eye movement. One cycle of REM and NREM sleep lasts about 90 minutes. NREM sleep occurs first and takes up to 75% of your sleep cycle. During NREM sleep, your body relaxes and restores itself. At the end of NREM, your sleep shifts to REM. Your eyes move quickly and dreams occur, but the rest of your body remains very relaxed. Your muscles are turned off during REM sleep. If you become aware before the REM cycle has finished, you may notice that you cannot move or speak. This is hypnopompic or postdormital sleep paralysis. Up to as many as 4 out of every 10 people may have sleep paralysis. This is a common condition that is often found in the teen years, but men and women of any age can have it. Sleep paralysis may run in families. Other factors that may be linked to sleep paralysis include lack of sleep, sleep schedules that change, mental conditions such as stress or bipolar disorder, sleeping on the back, other sleep problems such as narcolepsy or nighttime leg cramps, use of certain medications such as those for ADHD, and substance abuse. Now that you have an idea of what sleep paralysis is and how it works, we're going to go ahead and jump into today's subject for sleep paralysis, which is a story about me. So, this story goes back to when I was roughly 14 or 15. We had to move houses from the house I lived in basically my entire childhood into this new house that my parents had to go out and buy because during a storm, a tree landed on our old house and completely ruined it. So we moved houses, and one of the first things that was weird about this new house was in my room, my door would not latch. The door that closed for my bedroom, it would never latch. So throughout the night, I would just wake up and it would just be swung completely open, which was scary in itself, but that's not the worst part of this whole thing. So when my first experience with sleep paralysis was one night I had woken up, or at least I felt like I had woken up. My eyes were wide open and I was just staring at the ceiling, and I thought I was awake, but I couldn't move, and I felt like a hard pain in my chest, like someone was sitting on me, and I couldn't do anything about it. And in my head, I was like, this is it. I'm dying. This is the end. And at first I struggled, but then I'm like, if this is how I go out, this is how I go out, and I accepted my fate. And so I just laid there, and eventually I just fell back asleep, I guess, because I woke up and everything was fine. That was the first time, and it was honestly terrifying. And then the second time, I was in my room again, and I was laying on my side when I woke up, and I was staring directly out my bedroom door. This is before the latch got fixed, and so I just saw into the darkness. And as I laid there, I thought I saw a tall, dark figure with no face, no eyes, nothing. Just a lanky, odd-shaped figure, really tall, really skinny, just standing in the doorway. And obviously that caused panic because, there was nothing I could do in that situation other than lay there and hoped that I was just, imagining it. But as I laid there and tried to force myself to go back to sleep again, like I had done the first time, I just couldn't shake the feeling that the thing in the doorway is just like watching me, and it made it so much harder to try to fall back asleep. But I fell back asleep again, and once I woke up, it hasn't happened since. And even talking about it scares me because I don't want it to happen again, because it's really terrifying to be in a moment where you don't know what's going on and you're just kind of waiting for the next thing to happen. Especially in this situation, it's sleep paralysis. You're paralyzed, you can't move, and you're just hoping that this isn't the end. But that's really the whole story. And I know that this episode's going to be really, really short because I didn't have a lot of subject to cover, and this is the first episode of the new season. But that's all I really have to talk about. And if you guys have any stories that you want to, tell us about, or come on the podcast and talk about, like any scary things that have happened in your life, you can always message us on Instagram at unsolved_horrors, or you can email us at spookybumpinthenight@gmail.com, and we can set up a way to do like an interview and you can come on. I already have a few interviews set up for this week, and hopefully on the next few episodes, other than the interviews, it's not just me by myself. But I think that's going to be it. See you guys. Just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching and supporting the channel. We have more episodes coming soon.